So yes. Yes.
In 4 years' time, these two nations will help host the next World Cup. If anyone can call Iberian rivals looking horns once again, it's a match full of intrigue. One of those looking forward to alongside Danny Murphy.
Yeah, good evening. If you
You
needed
kind
a
of
game to whet the
rough.
appetite of that after they had the game of England last night, this is it. I mean, the quality of players they have
Let's
on
just
show.
do this.
Match winners all over the place, technicians, game changers. Should be an absolute classic.
Dual sector Tuesday. Let's go and see if I
Richard would up this morning after you missed the watch.
no. Staircase.
Kept in to get me bed anyway.
We
won! Norway on
Saturday. It's the most talked about one though.
Let's see.
First touching the ball for Yamal to Porro. Roscoe's first Spain goal. That win in Los Angeles against Austria.
Let's go. Plus I can have that.
There's much talk about an everyday Ronaldo coming to this.
Okay, let's go.
There's
Let's
one
do
coming up
this.
this tournament as well. They have managed to get the down next to the Manchester United captain. Some suggestions yesterday in the Portuguese press that he might leave Bruno Fernandes out to the starting 11.
I think that would have been a huge mistake.
Yes.
He's a big game player. He very rarely goes more than a couple of games without
We do
making
this.
goals or scoring them, and he's had one of the best seasons of his career, so it's no surprise to me to see him in there.
That's what Dan is. We can blend into it.
Pedri.
Well, we talked about it the other day. We watched Spain play against Austria, Yamal against Lima, who's a top quality fullback for Bayern Munich, and he struggled with Yamal all game. Mendes is going to have to be on top of his game to cope with such a talented player.
He's full of confidence at the moment, the Real Sociedad striker.
Yeah, why not?
It's been given away to Lamine Yamal. It's behind Olmo. It's for Portugal, the tapping up by Vitinha. Portugal building keep the ball at the moment, right back by Rodri. Felix with the interception.
Yeah, Yamal's performance in the last game was incredible, really. Constantly beating men, constantly getting crosses in, causing problems. Such a talented player, so difficult for any defender in the world one-on-one to cope. He's going to have to get some help at times, Mendes, from João Felix, or one of the midfield boys coming across.
That's towards Nuno Mendes. He can't have his control right now.
Really often dealing with the orchard today. And even been on as well.
Spain team unbeaten in 34 competitive games in 90 minutes. Last team to beat them actually Scotland. Hampden Park in March 2023. And in those 34, they've won 28 of them. They're a machine.
They're an incredible team. They keep the ball so well. They exhaust you. Just keep probing, stay patient. They all know their jobs, they all know the system. There's so much to admire about them.
Mendes with the first long throw. Kukureya's header away. Baena. Porro. Clean sheets for Spain as well. They managed.
This one's
It's
mine.
only 3 shots on target in the tournament so far. That's the size of the task ahead of Portugal today. Playing out the former Chelsea defender. Nicely done by Fernandes. Cancelo. Neto to his right. Cancelo wins it back.
It's worth the goal. Great switch of play, wasn't it? Caught the Spanish out. Cancelo just getting ahead of Baena. It was a difficult angle, but he's more than capable.
Spain are aiming to become the first team in World Cup history to record 6 successive clean sheets. Mendes. Ball quickly into Baena. He finds Dani He was on the side. The man in form for Spain.
I think he was as well. That's a brilliant move. Clever little ball inside from Baena. And then it's Olmo, isn't it, who finds it. With this form recently, you just expect to see the net bulge. It's a poor miss for a man of his quality and in such good form.
17 goals in his last 16 starts for Spain. 4 of them in this tournament so far. Big opportunity. It's Ronaldo at the other end. João Felix. What a fabulous ball from him. And that's got Portugal in the first corner of the game.
It was a clever little ball, wasn't it, from João Felix? Selected ahead of Leao today. Different type of player who's going to get inside a little bit more and pick up those pockets, whereas Leao more of an out-and-out winger, going to try and beat people and dribble more.
Anthony Taylor needs to sort Aldo and Rodri out before this is taken. Two skippers very close together. Bruno Fernandes with a corner. They went down.
Ronaldo's got his arms in the air, asking what's going on. It didn't look like there was a coming together.
Porro's interception. into Vega. Now by Laporte, goes towards Vitinha. Vitinha once more. Free touch from Bruno Fernandes. Michel Felix. Let's have a look at it.
Yeah, here's the replay. He's playing, isn't he?
Ref.
I think he's got away with one, you know, Rodrigo. Could have easily given a penalty.
Fernandes is the leader of territory. Against the ball, it's the angle against the save by Seymour, and it's a Portugal corner.
Well, we don't see that too often. Pedri making a mistake, giving the ball away. Fernandes is on to him. He just tries to find the yard. Ronaldo, angle's too tight. We've seen a few mistakes early in the game from top quality players. It shows you the nerves are there, understandably.
Feeling in the stadium. A sense of occasion between these two old rivals.
Now they're telling the referee again there.
He's got a close eye on them. Second corner of the game, Nuno Mendes with it. With Fable's clearance. Tennis is playing on. Nuno Mendes just lost his foot. Pedri. Mendes helping on Nuno Mendes on Lamine Yamal.
That's what I'm talking about. Getting someone close, same vicinity, because as soon as he turns and gets you one-on-one, you're in trouble. Very good from Neves, that.
Each country, Felix cut it out. Carry on with for Spain. Medina Reserva is available, I think it's Cancelo. Did enough in the end, it's come back to Medina. Match winner against Uruguay in group stage.
He was terrific by Ian against Austria. He's really grasped the opportunity he's had. Technically very, very good.
Congratulations to the goalkeeper too. Right, he was never getting there. He dealt with it in the end.
This is simple.
Good pass.
Okay, so yeah, just buy everything and see how much we get.
You're certainly not going to see a high press from Portugal.
So think it's yeah.
Understandably so, not just because Ronaldo's playing at the top, but it's more the respect for Spain, how quickly they play through the lines if you go after them too early.
Again there. Sao Felix. Fernandes looking at the ball back to Nuno. So Akibasi stretching. Rodri trying to get things moving here for the leading man. He's timed his run. And he's got his shot in. What's the save?
Oh,
Double save.
Hope evolution tonight.
It's a brilliant counter, just how quickly they get on the other end. Decent effort from Yamal, but this is the better save, the second one from Baena. Tries to curl it in that far corner, just gets his fingertips to it.
For a Spanish corner. For Baena can deliver it. More congestion for Anthony Taylor to sort out. Baena. Played by Diaz. Back in from
No,
Yamal.
but
He's found Cucurella.
they actually are
Just a fraction too strong.
making TP2.
Still alive with Olmo. In from Yamal.
Top flags this except really getting annoying.
Two really clever balls from Yamal, especially the first one. Cucurella, they can keep the cross down.
Yes, of
Just
course.
start to open them up a little bit now.
It's the famous Portuguese faces we saw the likes.
You know, Gomez there as well, old teammate of mine, great guy, famous centre forward.
Yellow. Tal Salgado from the Spanish.
Currently, it's Oscars.
Baena points to where he wants it. He didn't get it just in time, but he's still got to a Portugal scramble. Obviously, to get the free kick.
Yeah, right decision. It's another nearly moment for Spain though. Just starting to get on top a little bit. They look more dangerous in that final third than the Portuguese at the moment. Only nearly 20 minutes in. They've opened them up a couple of times.
Rodri's fling. First from Cancelo. João Neves. Continuing. João Felix were frustrated, having made forward runs there.
Yeah, he turned the pass down. He should have tried it.
Coutinho. flag. Fernandes with the ball back.
Better though, just went a bit early for Fernandes. Had some patience. Build up.
Absorbing only 20 minutes.
It is intriguing. So much thinking going on that pitch. So many battles.
Det var Septuagintally.
Olmo. Ford joining in. Free kick to Spain. Challenge on Marina.
So what happens when you're playing against a team with such technically brilliant players and who are so patient? You have to keep communicating, keep talking to each other. Midfielders looking behind them all the time. Defenders behind you telling you where to be, where the men are. It's draining, it's difficult.
35 days with you might have been training, but it's been pleasantly the opposite.
Yeah, Stephen, absolutely.
This.
So Marina behind the Spanish free kick. Portugal, everybody back to defend this. Olmo trying to apply the flick. Bruno Fernandes away. Porro back in. And it's a goal kick also. First hydration break. And absorbing as we expected. Opportunities already. Opportunity for me to provide you for football, but teaming up the winners of this. USA or Belgium, you can see that game. 4 on UC1 and the iPlayer. And Lionel Messi's Argentina face Mo Salah's Egypt tomorrow from 5. You can listen to that on BBC Sounds. And also Switzerland, Colombia. At 9 p.m. BBC Sounds. And don't forget, you can get involved in our World Cup coverage. Scan the QR code on screen now. Head to the live page of BBC Sport. Polls, updates, and reaction. Who were they happy at the moment?
I think the Spanish, just about. Yeah, they're getting in behind them a little bit more, but Portugal will be fine. They've got experience. They know they'll grow into the game a little bit more. They'll be patient. Keep getting Bruno on it. There was an opportunity where he got Mendes in, I think he was, on the left-hand side, and then he can kill you in a second, Bruno Fernandes. That's the thing. These two teams have got match winners all over the place. There's the double save from Costa. Superb, the second one. At the minute, I just think the Spanish are edging it.
Whilst we've got
Can we
waiting
do
this
this
hydration break as well.
probably after the two drinks?
I thought we had closed the story
Probably
of
not.
the camp, but again, the photos not stop leaking, so we must clearly some complaints actually about the seemingly
Okay.
decision of yours.
It's been a little bit harsh. Just to clarify, we did try and settle it back into the house, but he started playing and fighting his system and everything. So we made the decision to give him the red card and send him on the road for it. And I think it was the right decision. Between a rock and a hard
You need to say more. System areas in your character in the story. Surprised to say how situated you are. Oh boy.
to have to stay concentrated and focused because this Spurs team just keep probing. Pleasure to watch. Sometimes it's not as dynamic as people like. This is never going to be into a dynamic because of the respect we've got for each other. But one goal was picked up. One goal at any moment this game will lift the tempo or lift. Just needs that one bit of magic.
The one. You dreadful. That's really sad. Shut.
What is it, the last game? Product really good. It's not so. I know it's a first. The word.
Not bad. Taking good egg. You can tell that's his kid. You can tell that's his kid. You can tell that's his kid.
Yes, Portugal.
offside. Pitch. Probably exactly. Dedication.
27th World Cup appearance today. Only making. Back to that. And we'll
Offside. He said he was at work.
play on for dispossesses Bruno Fernandes. Foul against Nuno Mendes again.
Well, I got access to big utility, which is alright. I need to get
So
two
incisive. Started with a beautiful Pedri pass, and then they were patient, and they go through the lines again.
for
To get behind them, it's
I don't think
incredible football.
for the whole.
Port joining in with Fabel demanding the pass. It's gone to Bahina instead. There you go.
Loads of bodies got through to the next place to get through. They're again helping Mendes.
Look like it's done.
She's too small.
Nato's cross.
I could have done with that back there.
You posted on the beat to my dad.
Here we go again. Yeah, just as he had the advertising boards. Neto's useless. He's going to come off.
It's a strong word. Full back.
That's why he's paid dividends.
Okay, so we can buy it. reached was
See a little bit
6
more boot
September
there.
2017.
Corner short to João Felix. Nuno Mendes deflected.
Probably left.
Nearly.
Crossbane switched off.
Double flip, yeah.
It's a short corner. They haven't got enough men out there. When it comes off, Toro is Toro again. They got lucky. Over Mendes. Nice strike.
It's all his whistle.
He's now preparing the long throw.
So yeah, I'm back tomorrow with
This whistle has gone.
and happen of
Could Correa ground it.
run of games of
So take two. Short to Coutinho.
because it often I've known after by everything back. So it just takes so long.
Ahead of him. Then about 40 fouled.
I think he's right.
Rodri. Miles back on his feet and back on the ball. João Felix.
It's absolutely brilliant work for Felix. He's been active first half defensively, really getting back into some great positions to help out his defenders. Not something you'd normally associate with him, but he's certainly done the role well today. Finishing tonight, then. Tonight, this morning.
Tonight back home.
Yeah.
So that's 7. This is 42.
Rodri's lost that to Bruno Fernandes.
Okay, that's 1. Okay, so that's November 6th, June 2.
I'll see you when you're on there. Let's say.
I'll comment to that. Vega. In from Nuno
I'm
Mendes.
just I'm just down to this ball.
No idea he was a bit far away though. You can see the ball coming. It's a long way to put across it from there.
Because I don't want to rebirth at all. I have to.
Toro.
College, 18-year-old.
Almost waiting past into Bahia.
Okay, let's rebirth.
And the Olmo. With that ball once on his left. Portugal knew that. Rodri from range. 6 minutes of time at the end of the first half.
It's another great move, really patient. Got that ball into the box, into his feet. Fake defended really, really well. That's the shot from Rodri. His best. Just before that, with a Thargo, you know how quick he is to move his feet and get his shots, so making it really well.
Weak ball around backwards. Just on P2.
Like, you know, at least he's trying to be positive numbers there, trying to play forward passes, impact the game. Decent run from Ronaldo.
As if he knows.
Miles on the move. Torres found it. Just enough to flex on that in the end anyway.
Tarek moves a great
That is weak.
Yeah. Went early. Good touch. The shot wasn't as good, but still good movement from him.
By Neto. Foul. There's a foul on Olmo. Spain free kick.
Yeah. Back in the car.
I don't know it's not tested.
It certainly feels like Portugal are working harder to stop Spain than the other way around, that's for sure. And that will take its toll as the game goes on.
Spain about that. Yet to concede in the tournament. 2 clean sheets.
Front
For
door.
Portugal as well. They can't do anything here. Back from Rodri. He'd already gone.
Did you see that? Says out of his mind. These kids.
On from Laporte. Baena is his target. That's never good enough.
He did. Good recovery, wasn't it? Just on a yard, good
That's
pace,
sweet
good
for
strength
that.
from Cancelo.
And Bale does this again. Subtense substitutes.
João Felix. Can't find Fernandes.
We can find.
On from Diaz. João Felix is on the move. So too is Pogba.
It's a brilliant ball from Diaz, a great ball. Should have just got your body in front a bit earlier.
Yeah, but FA. Ooh, what? Taking my card back.
That's FA, yeah.
FA.
FA's what goes Thursday. I reckon so.
The FA is considering an appeal against João Ponce's red card in the game against Mexico.
Yeah, back to
Now, Thomas
back
Tuchel said after the game he was furious at the officials who took charge and the 2 VAR decisions were so
I liked it. What a red.
and Mexico awarded a penalty and no decision has been made.
Since the last 7 meetings between these two nations have ended as draws. There's nothing between them at half time. And Nuno Mendes, with the shot deflected off Porro that hit the crossbar, was the closest we've got. He's made a couple of saves.
James,
A fantastic opportunity early on for Spain. So half time in Dallas, all to play for. Portugal 0, Spain 0.
A cagey affair, but clearly Spain have had more from the game.
Ronaldo ain't even sweating.
How do you expect the first half?
I expected to have more of the ball from the Spain's team because clearly Spain are used to get the ball and they lost few balls in their own half that they are not used to and they get the chance to counter and to hurt them a little bit more than I expected.
You're loving Lamine Yamal, aren't you? You keep oohing and purring and ahhing every time. He's completely happy, isn't he, to kind of run in behind, which you're enjoying.
It's just so exciting to watch. And he has had a lot in the game, but I just like his willingness to run behind. I think there's a lot of young players now, you see them come to the ball, wanting the ball to feet all the time and to show the tricks and the skills, but I think just the other side of it as well, and you'll come and show them running behind and it just hasn't had that pass through to him, but yeah, he's just so exciting. I love watching him.
Spain have had their chances, and they've looked good. What are Portugal doing at the moment, Sri?
I think they're defending quite well, getting numbers behind the ball. But I think from a Spanish point of view, it's that clinical edge, just that final pass, that final end product. And for Portugal, I feel like it has been a bit cat and mouse. They've used the wide areas quite well, but it's getting balls into the box and the right areas as well. And for Spain, I think Yamal's done really well stretching the pitch, which has then opened up the pockets of space for Olmo's got lovely spaces and Pedri as well in pockets of space. Just doing that a little bit more, just stretching the Portuguese back line. They want to be on the ball, they want to be moving the ball, which they don't against Croatia. I thought they'd have more tempo, more intensity, and I think maybe in the second half that's what we'll see.
And is some of that, as you just alluded to there, Cesar, what Ellen said about the kind of cat and mouse with the fullbacks for Portugal?
Yeah, I think Portugal, if they want to have a chance to stretch Spain and to offer something different, here we can see the example that Mendes plays straight to Cancelo. So now Mendes spots Lamin's Yamal position, so he has to stay back. Cancelo finish with a shot. But here the other example with Bruno on the left, Mendes makes the run, and as soon as the keeper gets the ball, then we see Yamal is in between Bruno Fernandes and João Neves. So nobody gets into position of Mendes as a left back. So he's in between both. And then we see that the space is there. So as soon as Yamal gets the ball, he's in the box. One against Neves, which I don't think Portugal wants to risk in this situation and coming right up from the shot. And here they are arguing, I think, between Bruno and João Neves, who was the one to take Nuno Mendes' position.
It's a risk, isn't it?
No way.
Yeah, it's a big risk to leave Yamal like that, and I think that's the organisation when you're in possession of Portugal that they have to get right, because if they don't, sooner or later they're going to get punished.
Where are Spain's best chances coming from there?
I think for me it's actually been, central in field when they use it. Olmo in those pockets of space, Pedri, Minor as well, and then it's getting into the box. It's that final product, and when they've really stretched the back line, those pockets have really opened up. It's been really exciting. Oyarzabal had a huge chance, a huge opportunity. When they're pressing it, numbers around the ball, win the ball in that central areas, then they're stretching the ball, then there's pockets open. It's a beautiful run from Oyarzabal, but then I think he thought he was offside. I think he snatched at the chance. He's been cool, calm and collected in the previous games. He just needed that clinical edge, and that would have completely transformed the first half as well.
So early on in the half as well.
And I think, that kind of, took them by surprise a little bit, and I think they were frustrated. Yamal on this right-hand side has been brilliant when he's been able to get the space and be on the ball, and this is the chance we obviously saw, and it's a brilliant save. Just the way that he gets it onto his left foot. It's probably quite an easy, comfortable save, but this one is just unbelievable. Probably just didn't get quite enough height on it. But it's a lovely save. But when they've had those opportunities, it's just that final product, that final end product. And this one from Olmo, It's a lovely run. He's just holding his position, and then Pedri, we see him. What a ball! And it's just that final. Can you just really kind of commit to that chance? Can you really throw yourself at the ball? But yeah, you see he's got beautiful space here, Pedri, and then you've got numbers in the box, beyond the bar, and then also Olmo just couldn't quite get that contact. But the chances are there. I think they're creating them. It's just that final bit.
Of course, we've all been on a little bit of Ronaldo watch and working out where he could be most effective. I'll give you his numbers. No chances created, no dribbles, 2 shots on target, but just 12 touches. And actually, we're going to have a look, and we will do that in a second, at the great Simon moment, a save, a rather dramatic, but very good save. But actually, you have to flip back a little bit, because you've seen where Portugal perhaps could get Ronaldo in a bit more.
Yeah, I don't think we're expecting him to have, 100 touches a game. We know what his game is. His game has been in the box. But if you look at if you're playing Cristiano Ronaldo, you have to use him. And it's still one of his big strengths is heading the ball, and being in the box, and being in the middle of the goal. And here, I think the ball could have went into the box there, where he's 1v1. It could go into the box here from Bruno. But they refused to put it in. So I think if you're playing him, you have to use him. Because this is still a big threat. This and set pieces is still he's still a massive threat for Portugal. Ball comes in the box, and now this is just instinctive. He does really well to get the connection and get the ball going back towards the goal. So he's unlucky, but I just think for Portugal, if Ronaldo's playing, you have to play to his strength, and his strength is not giving the ball 30 yards from goal anymore. It's getting it into the penalty area where he can still be effective, and they can do it a little bit earlier, which will give him a better chance of scoring.
I can just hear Joe Hart saying Hollywood saying, because it looks so incredible, doesn't it? And that extends his World Cup run of not conceding to 564 minutes.
Amazing. Hopefully it keeps going.
Yeah, well, I think so, but he came very close there, didn't he, to actually conceding. Both goalkeepers actually have had their moments.
Yeah, they had their moments, and just adding to Wayne's point about Cristiano and the crosses, I think it will help him if they have more bodies in the box. Yeah. Like the one you mentioned, Bruno was in the ball, but just was himself in the box. And as soon as Joao Felix came a bit to occupy the second port, I think he has more chances. So,
but I think that coming from Portugal imposing himself a little bit more and having more possession in Spain's half, more control of the game. If they do that, it allows players to get a little bit closer, and then the runs into the penalty box are not as big. At the minute, with Spain having a bit more possession, Portugal are trying to get there a bit in a rush, and then the run for the midfield players or the wide players to get in the box and support is a little bit longer, so it makes it a little bit more difficult.
Mendes arguably that
Yeah, and I think it was, a brilliant chance for them, and I think, it was a brilliant corner, a great kind of inventive one, obviously from the training pitch, and he's got an unbelievable striker. He's already done about 2 or 3 crossfield passes to Cancelo, but it's a slight, obviously, deflection, but it's a wonderful strike, and I'm sure that's probably still rattling now. But yeah, they are creating, and I think those wide areas are really important for them. And obviously, we can make changes. So Leao was brilliant in the previous game, and it's something different. And really loves the cross ball, and a wonderful cross for Ramos's goal. So maybe something different to mix up in the second half as well.
Okay, time now to remind you of all the content available across the BBC.
Giving up with the greatest of all time. Your superstar lineup of unforgettable characters and absolute icons.
The stakes couldn't be higher. Please do continue to enjoy yourself.
From football legends to TV royalty, watch them all on BBC iPlayer.
Co-host USA against Belgium is live tonight on BBC One at 20 to 1 in the morning. Keep across all the latest from the World Cup with the Football Daily on BBC Sounds, where you can also get more of this man, the Wayne Rooney Show. And the second week of Wimbledon continues from 11 tomorrow morning on BBC Two.
You said a lot about the money, just understand that still the Champions League. Do you have any relationship with the Sunshine? Does the British countryside speak to you? What did it say? What do you mean?
I believe in marriage, which is why I've done it 5 times.
I'm not somebody said before. No,
Genuinely, kind of how to handle some things that I've experienced about music.
Louis threw into it. Watch this and much, much more from Louis on BBC iPlayer.
She knew you were coming. find the truth. Something is happening and I need to follow it.
The Rapture, coming soon to BBC iPlayer.
Well, there was extraordinary news yesterday when following Balogun's suspension, his red card against Bosnia was suspended, meaning he's available for tonight's match. The forward was sent off against Bosnia-Herzegovina after a VAR review, and with no appeal process in place, looked certain to miss the last 16 clash with Belgium. However, FIFA confirmed on Sunday that his ban had been suspended. Speaking to the media on Monday, US President Donald Trump confirmed he asked FIFA President Gianni Infantino to review Balogun's ban. Trump said he believed football's world governing body made the right decision. The Belgium FA issued a statement on Sunday saying they were astonished that Balogun had been cleared to play. They appealed the decision, but subsequently dismissed. The 23 is set to feature in Seattle in the early hours of tomorrow morning. We're going to reflect more on that and on England's victory over Mexico a little bit later. But England's opponents in the quarterfinal on Saturday will be Norway. Commentary comes from Steve Dawson.
Trinier can't believe it. Well, you hesitate to second guess, but the outcome here looks pretty inevitable. To Brazil. And it's saved. A stuttering run from Bruno Guimaraes. I'm not sure it did him any favours at all. Shelter. Neatly done. Shelter's been bright since he came up. That's anyone! That is exactly what they've been waiting for! Give him one chance. He'll take it. Norway lead. There are only 11 minutes to play. Shelter. Erling Haaland. Haaland shots, that'll do it! Extraordinary! Erling Haaland is taking Norway into a World Cup quarter-final, and Brazil are all but out because of him. Take nothing away from his teammates, they've been outstanding, but it's because of him.
Got here.
Vestergaard. It's a penalty kick to Brazil. Was it an elbow in the face by the substitute who's just come on? It's very unfortunate. And it's a penalty which Neymar is going to take. But it's got to be pretty much the last kick of the game. Neymar against Nila. And he scores. And the referee has said there is time still to kick off. Norway are into the quarter-finals of the World Cup. Brazil are out. The Vikings are victorious.
A great game and fantastic victory for Norway, who go to parts of a World Cup they've never been to before now.
Yeah, I think it's so looking at far second watching Haaland. He's given that country hope, raising his teammates' game as well at the same time, giving them belief, and it's just unbelievable to watch. And you see it. And I think we heard when he played Arsenal that he was still trying to stay at Humble. And I said this last week, I think on the game we've done. He is such a humble person as well. You see at the end, he's in disbelief at what he's doing. So it's just so good to see him. Hopefully it doesn't continue.
But it's going to be a great match, isn't it? That's a really interesting match of England and Norway.
Yeah, I'm really excited to see how it comes. That's brilliant. And they're such have that team togetherness and culture. Obviously, Haaland's their star man, but the players in and around them, that they've got some star quality in there. So it's going to be really tricky for England because he could go back to the ball for 15, 20 minutes and then score 2 goals out of nothing. It's just crazy.
So now you're the referee or the neutral. These two coming together. Who's the favourite?
I think both teams they arrive in very confident. Are way and even after the traumatic game against Mexico. So it's going to be interesting. Like the way they play the team, even though Haaland is the superstar, makes a difference. So it's going to be very interesting.
Yeah, he was effective last week. Testing.
Minded if you're watching highlights on TV license, scan the QR code on your screen. It's by email. Right. The fifth, 16 ties, goalless. The exception. That's behind the other ties.
Season, step back.
It's still going to be as clever as you can.
I'll go over thing. 6 million was not forced issue.
On the right. Jump. First man, Southgate.
Shot in that game, lifting the truck.
When he did his space, how he's so. Maybe too often. Sometimes just see him doing too much. Of course, he's still.
I see.
All dressed in a shirt. Fair amount of dodge, so it's meant to be. The zebra and blue is up.
We've been looking at was actually that's really pretty such is corresponding
It's a wonderful music. He's got that playing top dog. see that now. 20 possibly for this week. Actually, maybe 2 unless pretty strong.
Yeah, he's calling 2 lines out. You're going to want. Unfortunately for Cancelo.
Patrick's
Baker was there as well, ready to help him. Forward, so the space was there for Neto. This time he does look on the right side because it's like, oh, it's that's when you it's just can't catch him.
570 minutes now since we last seen the World Cup goal. Feels like what was saying during the last match against Austria.
Oh, we got Ronaldo off with some slot. Ronaldo off. That's not what he did.
First times he got back, he made the 1-1 and then thought cost him a goal, so he got back and give it to that steps. With Bravo's on it then.
Yep, it's flat. Scoring in a World Cup match. Yeah.
The last round for that.
That's a ground for Portugal.
When you after that, he signaled the prop. That's what we played. They didn't pick the card. Not get tackle there, maybe.
It's a real bit of concern. It's marking.
He looks at the list. Diogo Dalot. Very quick as well, but
Manchester United. You know, mate. That is a way for Portugal. Nothing else is made of. The balls can do. It's the first World Cup.
there is a blow. Huge blow. And asking the substitute to come on and go straight over and mark one and pressure. I thought maybe throw Cancelo over there to make it all the right side.
Something like that. See. It's looking out now.
It's got a bit bitty the game, hasn't it? Tempo's dropped. Nothing's really happening. I'm sure.
Last meeting. Square. After extra time. Portugal won penalties. Offside there. Patrick. Probably still beating European champions.
The katana he had. Oh, cool. Welcome back. Okay, let's go. Okay, Rafa.
Sean Abbas. Phoenix.
Very nearly. Good thing from João Felix when it's here to off the plane and watch Ronaldo at the back, just overheating a little bit.
Cristiano Ronaldo on that Saudi Arabia will attempt to Costa Cogley. Good luck with that.
Press with his willingness to keep that help.
Chelsea, of course. And Barcelona. It's not
Corner. Keep the ball away. Bale really. Wasn't for Baker. Deflection.
you know with it.
What can you do against this Spanish side? Keep the ball away in your own half. Cause yourselves problems.
So, 5 billion.
Pressure off the back.
Football. Patrick. Field area. Fabian Ruiz all on the bench.
It's incredible, really. Get most of the teams, national teams. Probably one or two of them already 10 or 15 minutes. Big thing.
Goes away to his right. Numbers forward the enter.
Didn't get it.
Jamal. Toro get it across the channel. Cleared by Cancelo.
Your left winger, your left-sided player has got to be closer to the goal when the right side gets to the byline. It was a great run from Toro because he knew João Felix was helping Semedo with Yamal. The space became there.
Why does it take so long to get one tree into line?
Between the two of them, that's back to his feet. This is two players. Rodri. Into a central area.
Steve's in a haystack a little bit. Well, at the moment, distance is a good.
Now what's over here? Going about today. Think about it, I'm going to go spend it, that's the thing, but actually, you got to say that it's them, but that's fun. I mean, don't say go, do it. Well, I'm going to just play a couple of these things.
During its tour, Portugal and the Euro to the ball stage every time. Penalties like that.
He's making a tactical swing. Very similar.
Oh, yeah, I always do play. Marcos is coming over now, dollars. What they're doing now, they're going to bring them back. Right? Just so. I thought I let him go by, but well, some of the tricks it up at all. That's the difference.
Good decision.
Shoot someone alone.
Left it to.
But it's just a free kick from that. Anyone should do it on the side. And then if somebody gets the top, that's what I mean. Just to make it all there, so to
A little bit lower than that for someone to head up. Easy for the goalkeeper.
Spain's fifth corner.
on the first one.
Well, it's Kate. I just think we've seen that.
Players know away from it.
He knows that it's terrific.
Okay, so
Miles corner. Costa. Good strong touch on that. Back in, he's done the same again. The Porto goalkeeper.
wait until tomorrow to rebuff. Because yeah, there's no point to do it right now.
Torres with the movement. To see that go behind. He's perhaps in there as well.
You don't see the run from Torres, but it was absolutely outstanding. Beautifully by Yamala. Getting not enough bodies in there when he crosses it. There's only one there. Kabasi, they're looking for the handball.
So yep, I'll be rebuffing tomorrow, hopefully, to see how much I get and see if I get
Corner. Double Roberto Martinez. Fourth.
Keep playing.
He's got unbelievable pace. What a combination.
That's Bernardo Silva and Conceição. First away. Champions League. Goal playing the match for PSG. Goes off to another Bernardo Silva to win the landmark. 3 people playing for Portugal. More often than City.
I need to have just that. You've just dated it.
Kind of understand why.
Introduced very poorly as well.
See with Marino whether he comes on as a striker.
He's just smashed a glass. That's orange. Cooler. Cette orange on you. See little stinky.
The double
Surprised that he got well. He's the one. He's done all right.
So she's just an imbecile.
Poor ball in the end.
Kazakhstan.
Okay. 9 minutes.
Sure. good there.
Teaching responsibility for
They like football in the
that's the advantage of a brilliant squad. Bringing players up the bench with the quality he possesses.
So well, they go back in it. Team and then a fantastic coast to hold. You may remember how since we got 2 years ago. In extra time, heading to penalties against Germany, topped up with that last gas winner. And this is 11th goal. Who knows just how crucial it could be. So we're going to get picture.
So it doesn't matter what position he plays. He always gets himself in good areas. But the foul, and then he quickly got off and he got the game for going again. It was so right from him, such a smart player.
Portugal, of course, scored. Remaining for quite Portugal. Off possession there. There goes Jamal.
The issue with the English football.
Team in World Cup history to lose 6 with clean sheets.
They've never looked in too much trouble, to be honest. Yes, creative in the second half, they've not been active, but never really had trouble in this game. Portugal have just been trying to contain.
Stalls like January is the difference. Praise everyone. Carlo stretching his kick through to Rafael Leao. Ball and nothing time here for Portugal. Salado. Diaz.
So I need 1.995 to go to Champions League.
See the vines
They're on the pitch coming. 5.5 minutes will rest for head substitution from the
We do. Also great to see free kick. Set up.
Goal. He's waiting in the path to see if this comes in. Cross to Sam. Jimmy touching his discussion with his supporters.
He's not happy with it for some reason. He gets in and keeps it bobbing. You score.
Alright, so yeah, see you guys. So like button, subscribe button, all share. Big fan of those friends and peers. But yeah, peace out, guys. Bye.